I just got back from my haircut. This is what I look like. It's honestly might look weird on camera, but I think it looks alright. So today I want to talk about something, you know, a little close to home, if you get what I'm saying. And it's being the outcast. So I mean, not to toot my own horn here, but I do feel like a lot of people know who I am, whether it be in a good way or a bad way. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, a lot of people knows who I am. So it's kind of weird to say that I am an outcast, right? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it is for some of you, but some of you might think that it's kind of weird that I'm the outcast. But you see, um, it all started in primary school. Uh, so in primary school, I was really excited to get this piece of technology that's down there. I mean the box, but it's a Nintendo Switch, of course. I couldn't shut up about it. I talked and talked, and you know, told all of my friends what I want to do with it, and like how I would play it. And it didn't come to me at that time, but um, I guess it did come to them, and they think that it was super annoying, which I totally understand. By the way, it was completely my fault. I just couldn't shut up about the Nintendo Switch. I was a kid, very excited. Well, I suppose some of you may be able to relate to that, but in this case, I was being very, very obnoxious. Um, that resulted in um, a lot, a lot of my friends distancing themselves from me. And I did get into a little bit of a depressed state, but I didn't think much of it. I didn't think much of it at all. Um, the the school didn't have like too many students, so I guess it did feel kind of lonely, but only for a bit, because at that point in time I was about to graduate, and I guess I was about to move schools as well. But yeah, that is one of my first experience being an outcast. The After primary school, I moved on to IGS. It was a really nice school, but in this case, I guess, since I used to speak English all the time, and I'm gonna be honest, I had a lot of difficulty trying to speak Indonesian at first, but then it slowly came to me, so didn't really have any problem with that after that. But having to fit into a new environment it's kind of difficult at first. It's fun though. It was really fun being able to meet more than 100 new students. That's way better than just being stuck in a class with 18. And I feel like if you can, you should always find new opportunities to um, surround yourself with good people, great figures, and whatnot. But I guess in the first few months of the first few years, actually, nah, it's not the first few years, only the first few months, I became sort of an outcast. But it wasn't that bad. It was just, I didn't really have a lot of people to talk to, but eventually we did have a lot of friends up until 8th grade, and then in ninth grade COVID struck, unfortunately. COVID, that's a different story, man. You can't. I didn't have friends, basically. We just spent like a whole year inside until we had to go back to school, and even then, you'd have to wear face masks and everything, right? You're not supposed to interact with a lot of people. So, senior high school is when being an outcast really felt like, a big deal. Um, in junior high school, it wasn't that bad because everyone was still new. I did find a lot of friends too, so I'm really happy about that. In primary school, it was only for like a month, Yeah, it was only for a month of people distancing me, but it was completely my fault, so I understand that. But this time it's a little weird because IGS's student intake increased dramatically from 3 years before senior high school and senior high school. There were around like 300 students per year, and that's pretty insane, I think. So the thing is, it's different because this time everyone knew who everyone else was because they had um, a whole life before this, and a lot of people from the same school moves to IGS, and I feel like they already have their own friend groups and whatnot. I, on the other hand, also have a friend group, but it wasn't as big. We were separated by classes. Some of my friends who were in this class moved on to the other class, so I didn't really have a choice but to have to interact with people I didn't really interact with before. But I do still talk with my old friends, just not to the same extent anymore, unfortunately. This was when a lot of things started to change. A lot of people already had their circles, right? And I feel like I haven't I haven't been able to make like a concrete circle with anyone else, which was really difficult. So hold on, camera was a little dirty maybe. Yep, okay, there you go, that's a little better. It's probably because my camera's just bad. But anyways, uh, I tried and tried as hard as I can to, um, you know, be in a group with a lot of people, but that didn't really work out. Um, it's not that they hate me or anything. It's just it got a little awkward when I'm over here, and then they were always talking, but then like I was like, I'm sorry, what am I missing? So that's that's the thing. On my second year, I tried to change myself a little bit. I joined the band and I did a lot of stuff, which was uh, you can call it like me being a people pleaser. I did the most I could, but let me tell you one thing. That is not worth it. If you're a people pleaser and you're trying your best to make other people happy, it's just not worth it. So you see, I mean, my band, they're not the worst type of people, but I guess it's just they don't tend to appreciate it as much. If they don't think that you are close to them, no matter how hard you try, they're not gonna appreciate it like at all. So no matter what, it's not worth it. Let me tell you that. The what you want to do instead is you have to stay being yourself because being yourself will eventually attract a lot of nice people. I'm not joking. Just being yourself. Uh, well, in my case, just being myself made me befriend my best friend Sam, my other two friends Kenisha and Fimala, and a lot more. And even some of those friends were friends of my twin sister. So essentially, and up until now, they're very close. They're very nice. We spent so much time together. We spent the New Year's together, and I feel like if I stop trying to please everyone uh, a little bit earlier, maybe me, everyone else, we could have formed the bond more naturally, right? And I wish that I had a lot more friends. But if you have to change yourself to be able to make friends, they're not your friends. Trust me. I don't know why I winked there at the end.